Have you been thinking of launching your own podcast, but not sure where to start? Well, we were in your same position when we started. That's when we found Buzzsprout. Buzzsprout makes podcasting easy. With Buzzsprout, you can launch a professional podcast in no time. In fact, Buzzsprout has already helped over 100,000 people get their podcast launched. With Buzzsprout, you'll get a great looking website, audio players to drop into other websites, detailed analytics to see how people are listening, and tools to promote your episodes, and much, much more. Plus, Buzzsprout publishes new blog posts, YouTube videos, and podcast episodes on a weekly basis to help you become a better podcaster. So if you're ready to start your own podcast, just click the link in the show notes and receive a $20 Amazon gift card for signing up. This lets Buzzsprout know that we sent you, and it also supports our show. Buzzsprout, the easiest way to start your podcast. Thanks.
So I think I'd have to really, really consider it. I think I have to be very confident and secure in myself, not to not get jealous and not be like tripping off of like, well, who you with
So
tonight?
that Mr. Longstroke ain't coming in and
Yeah,
digging
like
him down.
who you with tonight? Oh no, not that motherfucker. Not that dude. No, not Jock. Don't no, not Jock.
Yeah,
No. I
yeah.
mean like, and here we go. You're listening to the Kings Can Move On podcast with your hosts, Jason Stewart and Frank Rain.
What's up, my people? Welcome to the Kings Can Move On podcast. You have your co-host right here, Sugar Sham, aka Big Reno, aka Frank the Tank. What's happening?
And Brother Jay says, yuck.
Yeah,
To the east, my brother to the
brothers.
east.
And this episode is dedicated to the red, the black, and the green.
With a key.
We won't say the last part. We're politically correct in 2022.
Hey, if you want to hear, go here, listen to X Clan.
There you go.
Anyway, it's your boy Lil J, aka Wood, and at one time I was Brother J. We was the infamous X Clan back in high school. Yeah, Sugar Shaft,
That's
Professor
right.
X,
What's up, baby?
and your boy Brother J. So,
Okay.
so what's up, everybody? It's another episode of the Kings Can Move On podcast. If you're checking
Yes,
us
sir.
out on YouTube, please subscribe and like and follow us on Apple and Spotify and Google, everywhere you can find your podcast. Please
That's
follow
right.
and like us. We appreciate that. Thank you.
Man, we starting to get some ground, man, and people are starting to do it. We just put out some merch. That brother Jay just
Yeah, I
signed a
you know
deal with.
I did a little modeling,
Yeah. we got we got our co-creator slash head model slash Vogue consultant right here.
That was my debonair Mac Daddy Alexander vibe I was giving out to the people. And you too can look just like that in
Just like him.
Kings Can Move On gear.
And that
We
Kings Can
got
Move On
t-shirt
gear.
and hoodies. Soon to have some caps. I'm working on that too. So
Yeah. So go to the website, check it out. We got some good shit going on, man. We just excited. We just excited that we continually growing. We continually helping people. We continually putting out some great content with some great interviews. We're doing some good shit, man. We love doing what we do. That's what really matters.
yes, enjoying. So if you don't know, it's kingscanmoveon.com. Kingscanmoveon.com.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
And we'll have the link below too.
Yeah, go check out the merch. Go check out some past episodes. Follow us. Keep up with us. We're still gonna be doing some big things here. We're going to be at some point towards the end of the year take a little break, and then we'll come back for another season starting in the new year. But we'll keep everybody abreast of when we're gonna, you know, shut it down for a minute. But
That's right. The red cups and the sage will still be flowing in the new season, baby.
and all the f bombs and all the hate the governments and all
Ain't gonna
what
stop.
you come to learn and know,
Ain't gonna stop.
it will still be going in the next years. So
Like Diddy said,
just
take that, take that.
like you said, can't stop, won't stop.
That's right.
Don't want to stop.
Hopefully I'll have some new lighters for my light my sage and
While
shit.
you
And my
click, you
weed.
clicking, yeah. But tonight we don't have a guest. It's just Big Frank and myself. So we'll just be talking about just about anything,
Mm-hmm.
any topic that we can think of. I was gonna make a blog post actually about this topic because I was hanging out over the weekend. Let me get that out of the way. So I was watching our home team Chiefs this weekend as they all over themselves. That debacle, losing to the sorry Colts.
Right.
But, you know, I still had a good weekend. They didn't, but I still
Mm-hmm.
did. Because I don't play for them, so shit. It,
Mm-hmm.
it don't hurt me like that no more.
Right.
It used to back in the day. It used to hurt.
Oh man, you couldn't talk to me that whole week. If the Chiefs lost, and that was a lot of lose, so I had an attitude a lot of damn weeks.
Yeah. I've since kind of matured past that. I
Mm-hmm.
still love them to death, and but it's a loss. It's a loss. A loss. I'm not gonna let it affect
Mm-hmm.
my week. But it was a bad loss though. But
Yeah.
I was out hanging out, having a few libations, enjoying the Sunday fun
Mm-hmm.
day activities. And I was talking to some people, and we just talking about dating and marriage and the like. And it's an interesting scenario because my blog post was going to be, "Is marriage dead?" And
Mm.
I asked that because the person I was talking to, the young lady, had been married, divorced, had moved on. She's single, and she
Mm-hmm.
said she's had no intention of getting married again. No
Okay.
desire to do that again. She said she did it.
Has she only done it once
Only
or
did it once.
okay?
Yeah, but she was married like almost 20 years. So, you know, I think almost 20 years, got like 4 kids, whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
she said she's done it. Um, and going forward, she has no desire to to do that again. Now she's not opposed to having a partner. She just doesn't feel she has to get married again. And
Mm.
I've actually talked to other people in other times, and they've had similar expressions of like, who needs to get married again?
Right.
Who needs to? So, yeah, that was in my blog post. Like, is marriage dead? And blah blah blah. Why I think it may be.
Well, would you get married again?
I'm not. I don't have to. um, I mean, I'm not like against it, but I don't have to. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I could be just fine with somebody, and as long as we're in agreement of what we're doing, um, we could be, as they say, life partners now.
Yeah.
I actually met a young lady some time ago, and she said she don't want to get married again. She's been married before, and now she's looking for a life partner, but not a husband. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. People think the marriage thing maybe is a complication. It makes things difficult. I don't know. What's your whole opinion on that? Because you've been married twice.
Right. So, man, I can remember back in I started working at an insurance company, big insurance company. I won't say names for purposes of maybe this should get blocked because they say, don't use your name. So I worked for a big insurance company here in Kansas City back in the 90s and mid 2000s. And I can remember I was doing health insurance sale. I was selling health insurance, and a lot of folks would call and they would they would want to get insurance on their partner. They weren't married, and some of them may have been gay, or some of them may have just been in a long-term relationship and just didn't just get married. And the challenge with that is, and I would talk to these folks, the challenge with not being married is because marriage is not about love. Marriage is a business transaction.
Contract.
And the problem with that is if you're not married, if something happens to that spouse, or something happens to that partner, and you're not married, let's say if they're in a hospital, you legally don't have any claims to that unless y'all have something
If they do
already
power of
pre-written.
attorney,
Yeah, if you have
they can
something
get you
pre-written.
power of attorney, then you can.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, I was in my 20s when I was there, but now in my 40s, late 40s, it's I'm not necessarily looking at marriage as far as love. My perspective has totally changed since then. So I'm not looking at it as far as it being love, because I can love someone and just not be married to them. But it's also a point of, hey, if we're going to be in together, we need to have some type of thing in place with an attorney, or some estate planning, something planned to where if something would happen to me, or if something would happen to you, you have kids, you may have kids, I do have kids. Let's let's make sure that you are protected if something happens to me. Because if I love you, then I want to make sure that you, and we're spending all this time together, then I want to make sure that you have those decisions to make if something would happen to me. And I want you to make sure that we have those decisions. I can make those decisions if something happened to you. Now, I don't believe, I don't like no damn government, but
Right.
that's
Yeah, paperwork. I was thinking,
yeah,
that's the man getting your stuff? That sounds like
right,
it sounds like
right,
somebody getting involved, but you don't want
right,
involved with your stuff.
right.
But now it does become a problem though when you are not married and you have, say, a health issue or somebody's in the hospital. They're gonna ask you, "Are you family?"
Exactly. That's the first question they ask before they even talk
Yeah.
to you.
If you're not family, you may not be able to go visit. You know. So
And you may have kids that person may have kids that don't like
yeah, it could be ugly.
you.
Yeah, it could be ugly. In that case, like you said, there has to be some paperwork in place, like power of attorney or something that says, I have the legal right to make this decision. Because otherwise,
Hmm.
it has to be like, if there's a kid involved or somebody else that's a family, that's a blood member that you can get overruled on. So,
Right.
but so let's look at it from this aspect. So, for you, what would be the pros of getting married again?
Doo, 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 doo. Oh man,
Oh, we're sorry. Our time is up.
yeah, yeah. Um, you know,
Have you thought like forward thinking of like, okay, I will get married again if.
so one of the things that a pro would be for me is if I do it a third time, I know that I'm in love with that person, and that person is in love with me 100%. It ain't going nowhere, period. Unless one of us die. You know, that would be number one for me. The other thing would be is both of my exes, I when I proposed to them, it was cool and all, and they weren't pregnant at the time, but they got pregnant. Both of my marriages, my exes were both pregnant when we got married.
Hey, just a quick reminder that if you're liking this podcast, please hit the subscribe and like buttons, and also rate and follow us on your favorite podcast platforms. Thank you.
So we never really had that. The first one we had a small wedding and then a nice big ass reception. The second one we just basically went to the courthouse because she was pregnant. I'd asked her to marry me. We'd been engaged for almost a year, and when we got married, we had been engaged for about a year. But she had gotten pregnant. We got pregnant, and so I would want to. Well, we ain't got to worry about that now because I'm snip, snipped, and clipped. But also is I'm older and I would want to make sure that it's right. And if that woman wants that, I would want to make sure that it's as beautiful as she imagined it as well as I imagine it. Because I always think about like, hey, if I get married, I want to see that woman walk down, and I want to know that hey, that's the most beautiful woman that in the world to me, and I'm the happiest man in the world right now at this very moment.
So you want the
I want the
television
sappy shit.
television movie scene,
I want the
beautiful.
sappy shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
I enjoy that sappy shit. I enjoy that emotion, man. I enjoy the
So
fact
the
that,
pro for you would be just a ceremony, a ceremony of actually the wedding.
and
Not
then the honeymoon, bang 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 bang.
your love's
Yes,
like a bang bang bang.
yes. I ain't heard that shit in a minute, man. Yes, yes.
um, okay, so
What about you?
a pro for me, it would be to right the wrong of my previous marriage. I
Hmm.
think, I went in there kind of blind and kind of naive as to what marriage, looked like. And I've learned a whole lot since then.
But you was in
And
what was you in your late
I was in my
20s,
early 30s.
early 30s?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I thought I was ready.
And you a pretty analytical cat, man. So
Yeah, I am. I am.
what made you
I
what
was
makes you what
I
how did you
was I
feel
wasn't
like you went
thinking
wrong?
clearly then though. I was I was I was
Was
thinking
it
with
the
my
pussy?
heart. Yeah, I was
Oh.
thinking with my heart and something else. And and the mind just let some things that were logical just kind of slide by, you know.
Hmm.
Whereas now I look at a lot of stuff more closely, maybe too close sometimes.
Hmm.
But I would want to make right that wrong and actually have a healthy relationship and or marriage and be a good husband. Um, I don't really care about a ceremony. We had a big ceremony that was good enough for me. Um, I think that would probably be the main pro. But when I think about it, do I need to get married again to do that, or can I just have another long-term relationship with somebody that we're like on the same wavelength and we're just like happily living without
Right.
without
Cause I think Deion Sanders had a commitment ceremony, didn't he? Didn't he like
did
some
he?
years back? I think they had or somebody. It was
Oh,
somebody that some celebrity that had like a commitment ceremony.
yeah.
I think it was back Love and Hip Hop. It was one of them ladies and gentlemen from Love and Hip Hop. They had a marriage, and old boy didn't even know that they weren't married or something, because she was like, yeah, I don't necessarily need to be married, but you know,
Yeah.
and I definitely wouldn't even mind a commitment ceremony. Like I would prefer a commitment ceremony. It looks like a marriage, but we don't. And we're signing papers as far as at that moment we're signing papers to say, hey, if something happens to me, this is what needs to happen. It needs to go to this woman right here, or same thing.
Yeah. And we just recently had that couples episode for ballot
Hmm.
system cultures from couples. So the one couple that's been married for like 15 years, been together since they was young, and they've gone through some shit that I didn't even know about. With
Yeah.
infidelity and a lot of shit, and they've made it through. So that's a testament to their commitment to each other. Um, but that would be nice. But I don't think I need marriage to make it work. I mean, I could meet somebody and they be like, I mean, I don't want to get married. I like to be with somebody for the rest of my whatever, and we
Hmm.
can do that and make it work. I can agree with that too. I don't have to. I don't have to get back in the tux and sign papers and go down and you know a legal document and all that kind of bull. But no, it's just interesting. I see a lot of people, that I thought, hey, that's a good marriage. Next thing I
Right.
know, well, they getting divorced.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah.
Like damn. Okay, young and old. It's not just young folks getting divorced.
Right.
Older folks that are like, this shit.
50s, 60s, and 70s.
Yeah. So I don't know. Marriage is. I don't know what it is. Why it's so damn tough. What it is.
Well, and we got our group text going on that we send shit through every day.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I sent through this morning was about polygamy, polygamy.
Okay.
And I just recently found out that there's a difference between polygamy and polyandry or something like that. So polygamy
Yeah.
is a man having multiple women, more than one,
Hmm.
and polyandry is a woman having multiple men, and it's all love. So, what is your opinion on that, man? Could you be in a polyamorous relationship?
So I wasn't sure I followed the explanation, but polyamory, from what I've
Hmm.
heard, is where there's different levels to it, but you can have multiple partners, right?
Yeah.
Multiple serious relationships, and either everyone can be, they can know each other, they can be all cool, or they can be separate from each other, but they know that the other person has another committed relationship, and you
Hmm.
can have several of them. To me, it's not a lot of work. It sounds like a lot of work to maintain multiple relationships.
But
Now,
if Okay, go ahead.
I have heard that each relationship could be a different, there could be a different element to it. Like this relationship could be like the person that's like your wife. She
Yeah.
takes care of a lot of shit. This relationship could be just this person that you do something else with. This relationship could be she's a business person. Y'all do business shit together. This could be a sexual thing. It could be like not all of them are the same level, right? Like
Hmm.
not every woman's gonna require the same thing of me if that's how you work it out. So you don't have to give all your time and effort and energy to each one equally. But y'all gotta be on agreement on on that whole thing. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And I think, I mean, I'm just pulled up the definition. Polygamy is the definition is defined as marriage between one person and two or more spouses simultaneously. It exists in two main forms: polygyny, where one man is married to several women, and polyandry, where one woman is married to several men.
Okay. Now
So
that's polygamy, but then you gotta look at polyamory. There's another.
polyamory is not necessarily married. Polyamory
No,
is,
that's relationships.
yeah, and polyamory. If I'm polyamorous, that means I have love for all, meaning that I could be, from what I understand, I have to look up that definition, but from what I understand, polyamorous is you have to be, I mean, you have love for people no matter the
The gender.
gender. Yeah. So
Well, I'm sure that's probably applicable, but
hmm.
yeah, it's also where you all are in agreement. Like, you know, I'm in a relationship with Sharon. I'm also in one with Kate. I'm also in one with uh, Matt, Maggie, whatever the hell I'm trying to think of names and shit. They all sound like
Hmm.
names, but anyway.
Hmm.
um,
That's a gigolo. Ain't no that ain't no
that's
polygamy.
but
You a
that's
gigolo.
polyamory if y'all all are in agreement that that's what we're doing. And
But see,
then Sally and Mag and they can have their own another relationship too.
yeah, yeah.
And we're all in agreement, like, okay, so
Hmm.
today you're with him, tomorrow you be with me, I'll be with her the next, and it's like, but it just sounds like a lot of energy
Hmm.
to be sharing your time with that many people. That's my
But
like,
but check.
sharing your time and energy with that many people.
Hmm.
It
But
takes
check it, isn't that what ain't that what we doing right now? Because like if I'm in a relationship, let's say I'm in a relationship and old girl pissed me off, I call you or text Caro or text one of my other homeboys or my homegirls, like, you know what, y'all, I need to holler at y'all about this. This is some bullshit, or y'all give me some advice on it. And I have that relationship. Like, we ain't fucking, don't get me wrong, I ain't gonna fuck y'all, but I'm coming to y'all for that advice. And yeah, we have that relationship to where I can build and I can talk, and then we can hang out or whatever. Well, in a polygamy relationship or polyamorous relationship,
Look
you
up
basically is saying,
polyamory. Look up polyamory real quick while you
all
do it.
right, polyamory.
So yeah, we can have relationship with friends, and I don't think it requires the same effort and energy that a love interest relationship requires with someone that you're dating or seriously dating. I think it requires a tad bit more effort and energy.
So it reads here, to be polyamorous means to have open, intimate, or romantic relationships with more than one person at a time. People who are polyamorous can have any sexual orientation, and polyamorous relationships can include people of different sexual orientations.
Yeah.
So
Again, it's not a lot of work. It
yeah.
sounds like a lot of. I'm just saying, from being with one woman at a time and understanding the commitment of time they need, the commitment of emotional energy, um, mental energy that you got to give to somebody, and then still reserve enough for yourself so that you can, you know, unwind, just
Yeah.
chill, and just be good. So then I got to take that. Then I got to take from where? Take from her, take from me, and give to somebody else. I got to take something from somewhere. And
But I think that's what we already doing. I think that's what we truly are already doing. How many times have I hollered at you and be like, hey, man, I can't, this motherfucker is tripping. And we talk about it, or you call, or you text me like, dude, I don't understand these motherfuckers at all. We both do that. And not saying that, and it says that, it's relationships. It's not sexual, but it can be of different sexual orientations. So we already are doing that. But the thing is, a lot of women that I've dated, they get jealous of my women friends.
right.
Like, and I stopped being jealous over a woman's male friends because I come to that conclusion that a motherfucker's gonna do what a motherfucker's gonna do. Well, if they gonna cheat, that's what that they are gonna be who they're gonna be. So if I'm gonna be jealous over that, then we don't need to be together. But if I can be comfortable in the fact that, hey, you have this relationship with a guy and you're getting your thoughts off them, and they're getting their thoughts off you, or getting all that from together, then that's just a relationship that y'all build. That's a friendship. A friendship is a relationship that y'all build. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with you calling your homeboy and you saying, Reno tripping. Let me run this by you and see what's going on. And he says, all right, Reno wrong, or he says, Reno right in this.
So, have you ever had an open relationship
Um,
where you got
no,
the agreement of where we can go do whatever we want to do and come back home?
no, and I think that that's something that needs to be, like I was telling our group check text this morning. I think that's something that at our age, it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks.
Mm,
So if it was something that was learned at an earlier age,
yeah.
it was something that I could have been more open to. But now at the age that I'm at right now, it could be harder for that to come into fruition.
So if some little young tender stroll up to you,
Hmm.
like, "What's up, Big Frank? I've been checking you out on the YouTubes and shit. I think you kind of sexy the motherfucker. I'd love to check with you. But I got other boyfriends. I'm in open relationships. Are you down with that?"
Mm, you know what? To be honest with you, bro, kind of am. Kind of am. Like I've talked to women now in my older age, and they asked me, it's like, so do you care that I've had that I'm dating somebody else? Nope, I don't, because I know I can't give you all my time. All my
Mm.
time goes 70, 80% of my time goes into this little girl that's about to come into my house in just about 30 seconds.
Oh, so for you it's beneficial. It's a beneficial situation because therefore you ain't got to commit all your time and energy to this one person because
Yeah.
she has other folks to fulfill those needs and those time commitments. You go like, I ain't got time, but go holler at your other boy and holler at me when you get a chance.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely.
Hmm.
Absolutely. So,
Okay, all right, I get it,
oh,
I
nigga.
get it, I get it.
Yeah. What about you, man? Could
Um,
you do something like that?
so I think I'd have to really, really consider it. I think I have to be very confident and secure in myself not to not get jealous and not be like tripping off of like, well, who you with
So
tonight?
that Mr. Longstroke ain't coming in and
Yeah,
digging
like
them down.
who you with tonight? Oh no, not that motherfucker. Not that dude. No, not Jock. Don't no, not Jock. No.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean like and the other thing is I could probably be cool with it if y'all do your thing away from me. I don't want
Hmm.
to be in the same house and sharing that kind of space. I don't want to be like we're all having breakfast together. Like, okay, I'm gonna go
Hmm.
with him now. Like,
So you couldn't be in there. You couldn't come home and they just be in there chilling in the living room.
yeah, I just come home and like, oh, what night is it? What's up, Jock?
Okay. So what if it was another woman?
We'll see that.
A little
well,
different there.
well, yeah, I'm a I'm a man that has double standards, but but yeah, I mean, there has to be a lot of trust, and to be honest with you, to have that kind of relationship with people, you got a lot of trust, and you got to
Hmm.
just be able to just be secure and it's like, you know what, I know you with me, I know you with him, I know you with him, so it's whatever. You're not really cheating
Right.
on me because we committed to this involvement that we're doing, so it's whatever it is. So I just
Hmm.
don't know if I'll be able to get very serious with somebody. That's all. Hey, just a quick reminder that if you're liking this podcast, please hit the subscribe and like buttons, and also rate and follow us on your favorite podcast platforms. Thank you.
Yeah.
I can really just give my heart and just sell out for somebody that I know
Yeah.
I'm sharing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I think. I don't know because I'm already that kind of person that just doesn't give in myself, easy anyway. It take me a
Mm.
while just commit to somebody. So knowing that it's me, Jock, Tony, and Chris, I'm like, well, hell, why should I be all in on this shit?
Right. 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 Yeah, man. That's something that's like I said, I think it's something that has to be learned and accepted much at a much younger age, unless someone that is older is okay with changing their mindset.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, and we're talking we haven't done that shit, so we're
Yeah. Yeah.
just talking out of our damn necks. But
Right.
it would be nice if we could find somebody that's like in that world,
Hmm.
that's living that life, that we can talk to on the podcast
Right. Right.
and get their real perspective about it. Like, cause I'm just spitballing. Like, yeah, I think I'll be all right. I think I'll do this, but
Hmm.
if you actually live that life, it'd be interesting to talk to them about that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. We got to find somebody on there to get them on here and talk
Yeah,
about it.
yeah. I guess I gotta expand my network. Expand my network to the the other side of life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh, Polyamory and open relationships and freaks. But
Freaks, man, come on now. You already a freak now. You don't need to open your mind to that shit. Come on.
my
You gotta open your mind to the other
my
shit.
freak flag at? My freak
Yeah.
flag at? What?
Yeah, we need to have a
Wait,
freak
wave that
parade,
freak
dog.
flag high.
You
Wave it
know,
high to
we
the
got
window, to the wall.
we got a Latina month, we got a Black History Month, we got a Pride Month. We need a Freak Month.
We do need a freak month. Well, everybody celebrate it. Why not the freaks?
we need
That'd be
another, what
October
was that
too. That'd
thing?
be a good freak month, wouldn't it be?
Yeah. Oh, woo, yes. Yes. That's right around cuffing season, ain't it?
Yeah, yeah.
We can here's my cuffs. Here's my cuffs. Hey there, babies. Hey.
What are you doing? Hey, hold on.
We walking that parade flow together, babies. And for women too, if that's what y'all want, man.
Choo choo.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. So yeah, with that, like I said, it's gonna be just some random shit, but
Mm-hmm.
it's just shit I was thinking about. I was gonna put a blog post, but now I've done it on here, so I ain't got to do the blog post now. So,
Right, right.
um, but yeah, bro. Um, I think I had sent somebody a message about Thursday. I think. Oh, buddies. Well, no, he didn't respond yet. So I will check with him on about Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we'll reconvene the next time, man.
All right, brother. I just seen my little superstar come in. So
I saw that too. Tell her I said hey.
all right, I tell Uncle Jay said, hey, I'm gonna go up here see how the end of the game went. So
All right, there, Big Frank.
all right, Wood.
Can't move on, y'all. We out.
Uh,